Welcome back to DPT 150, and this is going to be Project 1A. We're going to go in and we're just going to help you get back up to speed with Fusion 360 and being able to draw models in. First thing we want to do here is, as you can see, you've got Project 1A Drawing 1 and 1A Drawing 2. We are going to go in and draw these, and then we're going to convert them into an STL file, and then we are going to go in and slice them and make G-codes using the Cura slicer and all these, of course, all these settings you'll have to follow. So I'll slide down, and you'll notice this is the two drawings, and they're both in inches. If you remember in your last courses, most everything we've done was in metric system. This is going to be in standard inches just for the purpose of showing you how to convert units back and forth. So with that said, I'm just going to click on the first one here and just kind of refresh you on how to draw. And we're going to download the original file. And I'll open it up. And I'm just going to throw it to the side for now. Open up my Fusion and minimize it, and I'll just bring it over. I'll have that there to be able to work off of. Now, one thing about Fusion, we'll open it up all the way, is if I want to put this into a different unit, you come up here and click on this button. See, it's in millimeter right now in the metric system. I can switch it over to inch, okay, and that's what we're using. So it switches to inches real easy, no problems. Let's go in and let's draw this thing. So if I had to draw this, very simple little drawing here. Again, create sketch, and I always like to come down here. You can actually click on your plane. I like to just come down here and click the XY plane. Let's go ahead and draw this thing. I go right from the center here, and the diameter is 4. Looks like the bore that's going through it is a 1. Alright, and then honestly we could go probably right now and we could cut the holes in all the way around just one shot right now, or we could finish the sketch if we like and then cut those out and then revolve the feature. Either way, it doesn't matter, however you want to do it. Let me open this up so we can see it a little bit better. So I believe I'm just going to finish the sketch out. I like to roll it around just a little bit so I can see it in more of an isometric type of view. Extrude, I click on it, and again, let's take a gander at that drawing, and it is 1 inch. Go back to Fusion and make it 1. And the beauty of it down here again is your history. You guys can see how this thing's being put together. So let's go in there and put another sketch on the face of this, and let's go ahead and put those let's put those other little circles in there, and I need to grab this so I can see what I'm doing here. Get my dimensions off of it, and again, if you'll notice, the keyway's up here, and I want to go opposite to put that center, so I have to put my keyway down here. Do y'all see that? How this one's centered up in line with that, and the keyway's on the bottom. So we'll just do our design. And again, this one's got 1/2 inch drilled holes, so easy. Hit dimension, 1/2 inch. Okay. And this center line, the diameter on it is 3 inches. So what I want to do is dimension from here to here, and we'll have to do it on the radius, and that would have it perfectly located. So at this point, I'm just going to finish this sketch out and click on this, but I want to cut. So usually if you grab that and go back the other way, see how it goes to cut, and the distance would be all the way through. Alright, so we got that in there. Now I want to we're going to use a modify tool, and we will do we'll have to create here, and there's a pattern, and we'll do a circular pattern. Click on that, click the feature, and the object and the axis is going to be that. And how many times we want to spin around this thing? It's more than 3, so we'll have to take a look back at this. How many we got? This is 5 holes. So 5. And okay. So again, it's looking good, isn't it? So we've got to put that little, also got to put that little keyway in. And we saw a little bit earlier that, see how this one's in line right here? That's in line, so I'm going to have to come down here to the bottom to put the keyway in. So all thing I do is just get me a sketch and the face of it, bring that in, and of course I'm just going to put me a rectangle in here. Then I'll do my dimensioning on it, and it looks like this keyway is 0.25 wide. And of course this here is going to be, it can be anything that we want it to be as far as this. I'll just keep it something like that for now, and I just got to get it centered in here. I can go from the edge to this, there it is, and what I want is I want it to be halfway. You can do, half of that, or 0.25, you can do divide it by 2, which we know is 0.125, but it'll put it right over there. And then you want to take, and I'm going to manipulate it here a little bit. And I don't have to do that. I can actually, I was going to go off here to here and just make a line across and manipulate, but you can also just go from the center point down to here. And that bore was, I think it was 1 inch bore, but anyways, this is going to go down into it 0.12, so it'll be 1, and you could do the math with it, 1 plus 0.125. And no, I'm sorry, you have to take half of 1 because you're doing it on the radius there, not the full diameter. So it'll be 0.5 plus 0.125, and there it is. So all we have to do on this one, open that back up, finish the sketch out, and we will extrude that one. And I'll just go ahead and hit both of them, and I always like to turn it in an isometric shape, and cut a little bit. There's my cut. My distance would be all the way through, and of course OK on that. So there would be your part, and what I want you to do is to, of course, when you come over, we want to do a file save. We'll save this one, and we'll name this one DPT 150 PR1A. Okay, so do a save on it. And now we are going to do a 3D print, and we're going to convert this thing into a STL file. So select the object, there's the whole thing selected, unit is an inch, preview mesh is great, we'll leave that on. Leave my refinement on high, turn off send to 3D print utility unless you've got that linked up, and of course just hit OK on that. And I'm just going to send this to my desktop, and I'll call this one DPT 150 project 1A STL file, and save it. And there we go. So we've got that one. And again, on this week 1, you've got another drawing that you have to do, and it's this one right here. And if you need help with that, you just need to let me know this week. It's a pretty simple design, but I'm not going to get in here and draw this one. This has just got an I section in the middle of it. Draw this thing out, and then of course the 4.5 on centers, just put those in, and this is going to be like some type of linkage, okay? But again, if you need help on this one, you just let me know. But again, draw it up. They're both in inches, and make sure that you save them as an STL file. Alright, if you need help, just let me know.